Hello, Heroes of the Storm. Today we have a new hero called Junkrat, who's actually from Overwatch. Now I have a Riptire build I'm going to go over with you today. But first I'm going to go over his moveset. Junkrat's Q move is Frag Launcher, launching a grenade that explodes at the end of its path or upon hitting a enemy hero, dealing 117 plus 4% per level damage to nearby enemies. Grenades that can ricochet off of terrain deals 50% less damage to structures, stores up to 4 charges, and frag launchers cooldown replenishes all charges at the same time, and it has a 12-second cooldown. Junkrat's W is Concussion Mine. Place a mine on the ground. Junkrat's trait can be activated to detonate the mine, dealing up to 180 damage plus 4% per level damage to nearby enemies and knocking them back. Junkrat can also be affected by Concussion Mine but takes no damage. So it's a great move to escape. Junkrat's E move is Steel Trap. You place a trap on the ground that arms after 2 seconds, deals 130 damage plus 4% per level to the first enemy that walks over it and roots them for 2 seconds. Junkrat's first move is a Riptire. Create a motorized bomb with 500 health, 4% per level, that lasts 15 seconds while active. Junkrat is immobile, but gains control of the Riptire's movement. Riptire can be reactivated to detonate immediately, knocking nearby enemies back and dealing 450 4% per level damage, 600 per level, or 750 damage to enemies depending on how close they are to the center of the blast, with highest amount near the center. Junkrat's other R move is Rocket Ride, but we're not going to use Rocket Ride, but after 1.25 seconds, Junkrat launches in the air, and while in the air he can steer and landing location by moving. After 3.5 seconds, Junkrat lands, dealing 780 plus 4% per level damage to nearby enemies, and activating a total mayhem. 0.5 seconds after landing, Junkrat reappears at the altar and gains 150% additional movement speed until dismounted. Now I'm going to go over the build that I use for Junkrat. At level 1, we're going to go with Bouncy Bouncy. Upon colliding with terrain the first time, Frag Launcher Grenade deals 20% more damage. At level 4, we're going to go with Taste for Explosion, which is a quest. Hitting a hero with a Frag Launcher increases damage by 0.75 up to 150. At level 7, we're going to go with Big Az. It increases Steel Trap's radius and damage by 50%.
Choose a talent.
And then at level 10, we're going to go with Riptire. And I don't really need to go over that again. At level 13, we're going to go with Chattering Teeth. Steel Traps will slowly chase nearby enemy heroes.
Choose a talent.
At level 16, we're going to go with Endless Nades. Hitting enemy heroes with Frag Launcher reduces its cooldown by 1.5 seconds.
Choose a talent.
At level 20, we're going to go with Extra Oomph. Increases Riptire's knockback distance by 50%, and its cooldown is reduced by 20 seconds for each enemy hero hit. The key to with this build is all about timing. There's 2 ways about going about it. You can either lure your enemies within to the traps with Concussion Mine and Steel Trap, and or you can, because they usually you can put them into the shades and whatnot, or the stealthy regions, or you can also drop them when you're running or throw them at enemies. As far as your R move Riptire, it's best to use the move when people are grouped together and you're in a safe place, because obviously you can't move when you're in Riptire. That's your control. Also, I tend to use the concussion grenades when you can get your minions, the enemy minions. That's when you get a big bang for your buck as far as damage goes. And then hitting, as far as heroes, it's best to do it you know, scatter them, because people are gonna try to avoid. It's hard to avoid when you scatter the frag grenades. Also, you can launch them from a safe distance too, since they bounce, and they also bounce off like terrain that you can't destroy. So be careful with that. The best thing about the frag launcher is you can throw them over buildings, so if you have a hero on the run, you can hit them over the building and it bounces to them. Riptire does a ton of damage if you get them all in a group and hit them right in the center of the Riptire explosion. I like to save my concussion mine when I'm running. I usually drop it when I'm running and being chased, or when they're in a group. You can just throw it down and hit your D and ignite it. That's all I have for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And if you have any questions or any tips, please leave them in the comment section below. We're going to be coming out with more guides and gameplay. I'm going to get some more competitive action with Junkrat, so subscribe if you want to see more. Also, check out our Facebook page, Earn Your Blood Gaming. It has a bunch of awesome videos, posts, memes, and whatnot, so it's all fun and games. Sign up for Earn Your Blood Gaming's weekly newsletter, and you can participate in our monthly contest where we give away free games. This month is Call of Duty World War II. If you sign up before November 1st, then you'll get your name entered to have a chance to win Call of Duty World War II. Just click the link below and sign up with your name and email. Also, you'll get a chance to win next month's prize as long as you're in our newsletter. We haven't decided the prize for November yet, so once we decide, we will let you know. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day in the Nexus.